Okay, Dr. Bill here. We're going to take a look at spotting ACT and SAT traps today. If you find this lesson valuable, please do subscribe to the channel. If you have not, share with anyone you know who could benefit. Hit the like button, the bell icon to be notified of future videos, and let's go. We have the product of P and Q is negative, and then the question is, which of the following must be true? Now, we need to be very careful here because this is a question in which they ask what must be true, not what could be true. So if something could be false, it's out, right? So let's see what we have here. Again, you know from having watched this channel before, we don't like to deal with P's and Q's. We prefer ones and twos. So let's actually assign numbers to P and Q in order to make this more concrete. So what about if we say P is 2 and Q is negative 10? Let's try that, okay? Now, if we look at the first option here, P squared plus Q squared is greater than 0. We remember that any number raised to an even power is going to be positive. So with the exception, of course, of 0, okay? But here we have 2 and negative 10. So if we square 2 in negative 10, we will indeed get a number that is greater than 0. So this is a yes, and we're going to eliminate anything that does not have a 1 in it, right? So B has to be out, which is 3 only, and the other answers do have 1 in it. So let's take a look at 2. Now 2 cannot or must not be true all the time because, again, if we have 2 and negative 10 and we add those, clearly they do not add up to 0. Now here, if we had chosen 2 and negative 2, that would be true, but again, it doesn't have to be true. So 2 is a no, and that's exactly why we should not pick like a 2 and a negative 2 or a 10 and a negative 10. Pick different numbers here. Again, we do need to make sure the product is negative. So now let's take a look here. We're going to eliminate answer D because that has a 2 in it. So now we just need to see if 3 must be true. So let's see. We have 2 times negative 10 minus 2 times 2. And here we're going to get negative 20 minus 4, which is going to be negative 20 plus negative 4, or negative 24. So that is indeed less than 0. However, right, nowhere here did it say that 2 needed to be positive and Q negative, right? It simply stated that the product of these two numbers is negative. And I think if we were to reverse the numbers, if we were to reverse the variables here, the numbers, I think we would not get a true statement. But let's check it out, right? So here, if, again, P were negative 10 and Q 2, would get 2 times 2 minus 2 times negative 10, which would give us 4. And when we multiply two negatives, we get a positive, which would give us, obviously, a positive number, making this false, because 24 is not less than 0. So that means this is a no, and our answer is going to be A, 1 only. So again, let's be careful to avoid these traps. Nowhere did it say that P had to be positive and Q negative or vice versa, okay? And again, do not pick the same number for both, one being positive and one being negative, or you might fall into that trap, okay? All right, I hope, again, that this lesson has been beneficial. Again, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Share with anyone who could benefit. Hit the like bell for future videos. This is Dr. Bill. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next video.